Hello guys, and today I just wanted to touch up on a little redstone stuff, and um basically redstone is the most beautiful thing that anyone could do for Minecraft. Like its depth is just amazing because its relationships to modern day electronics are quite simple, not simple, but like quite amazing. So I'm just gonna quickly show you guys some stuff. Here's a TNT cannon that I made. Some random this completely random blinker I made, and a mob trap I made using redstone. But I will not um go into too much on these because you know, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna have this nice flat plane. What's here? Okay, random. Sorry, but okay. So first, let's cover the basics. What we have here is redstone wire, and what redstone wire is it's basically like any other wire does. It transmits current. So let's say I want, yeah. So it's just like basically like any other wire. Now here, this is a redstone torch. And what a redstone torch is, it's basically like a power source, or you could say it's a battery with infinite life. So a redstone torch is basically like a power torch, a power source. So now in this current state, redstone wire, it is just plain blank. It's just unpowered. If you connected it to anything, not changing anything. However, when we attach this power source to a redstone wire, you can see it becomes illuminated. So you can transmit this power for only a certain amount of blocks. For example, if I want to make a very long series of redstone wire, I would, you can see it loses power right around here. It's not glowing anymore, not emitting any dust particles. It's just dormant. So, yeah, so let's count the blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So redstone torches, or redstone wire, let me say, can only transmit current for 15 blocks at a time. And at the 16th block mark, you need another transmitter. And for larger term designs, and like bigger things, what we do is we keep repeaters. Repeaters have a bigger use, but for the most part, they are used in just extending the current. And as you can see, it retains it goes back to its 1 block point. So you can do this as long as you can, as you can do this series as long as you want. Yeah, and so that's basically the basics of redstone. So now I'm sure some of you, if you're into electrical engineering, have heard of logic gates. And what logic gates are is they have they turn certain inputs, a certain amount of inputs, such as like one input into a certain number of outputs. So the three basic redstone gates are the AND gate, which is this. And what an AND gate does is it transmits two inputs into one output coming out from here, and this can be extended as long as redstone torches here and two redstone torches are at the inputs. So an AND gate transforms two inputs into one output, and that will be useful for, say, combination locks. So if I want to quickly make a one, I can do this. And no, I made that wrong. It's supposed to be this. Sorry. So keep 2 here. Then you have redstone wire here. And let's say you have this output going towards a door. Not a door, but yeah, let's just say that there's an imaginary door coming here. And so we turn 1 on, you can see that 1 output goes here, and once the power powers this block, the redstone torch on top of this block will be burnt out. And what burnt out means is that it's no longer a source of power. And but however, in order for this output to get powered, this strand has to also be powered. And in order for that to happen, this lever also has to be pulled. So this turns off, and then thus this redstone torch will power on, and that will power this. So, but however, this is the most simple combination. You just pull both. So let's set back to this, and you can see it turns off again. So in order to have a combination as such, you just do this, and what that does, it constantly no matter what this is, it constantly turns this on. So you don't really need to pull this one, even though it's not really a great combination lock, because by pulling both you can still get both. Like, you can still get the door to power on. So but however, it still adds the combination as such to the lock. So yes, let's destroy this, because yeah. And the other gates are AND gates. Obviously we just did that. NOR gates and XNOR gates, and those are a little more complicated, so we're not going to go into them. But AND gates were the most simple. Why did I do that? And they're by far the easiest thing to do. And so now we're going to go into repeaters. So what repeaters do is they can either transmit current or they can provide a delay. So let's say I want attach to say a piston. Yes, it's a piston. And where's the piston? Yes, that's the piston. And pistons are, yes, affected by redstone. So we have a piston here, and let's do this. And as you can see, if I turn this on, it happens instantaneously. But if I want to provide a delay, by right-clicking on these repeaters, I can sort of delay the reaction. So I'll do this, and you can see it took a little time. So I'm setting it to max delay. You can set it to this, which is the smallest delay. You can set it to 1 more delay. And you can set it to the largest delay, which is like that. So by having an array of repeaters as such, you can delay the redstone. So it sort of generates a pulse. So now we're going to go into something a little more complicated, and that's called pulsars. And what pulsars do is that they provide short bursts of redstone current. So remember how to do this. It's redstone wire here, torch, 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 torch. Yeah. So what the pulsar does is, let's turn this off here. So basically, when it's in its current state, it's when it's in its off state, the pulsar is on, but when it's on its on state, the pulsar turns off. So what happens is that the redstone wire goes here, it goes into here, and this burns out, and then once this burns out, the redstone wire goes back to its off position, travels to here, and then transmits current to here, and then it just goes as fast as redstone wire constant as redstone torch constantly goes on and off and on and off and on and off. So practical uses for this is, say, if you want to jerk this out a little, you can do this, and you can do this. Wait, why is this sound off? Okay. Yeah, sorry. Turn my sound higher. 50. Yeah, so turn this on. You can see it makes quite of a funny sight to see. Yeah, so yeah, that's a little funny. And you can see that the power is being transmitted cycles, so these four locations. So yeah, turn this off and destroy this for lag purposes. And oh, I didn't want to do that. Another practical use of a pulsar is to just, let's say we want to make a dispenser. Put a dispenser. No, no, okay. Let's do this and get a dispenser. Dispenser and some arrows. Can find any arrows anywhere? What? Oh, there they are. I think I'm going to use too many items for this to destroy it. Nope. No, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, so let's say I want to keep a dispenser here. And I want to attach to that dispenser this. So you can see that its rate of fire is a little slow. Slower than I would want. So let's say if you want to do something like a trap, what you do is you would keep in order to make this rapid fire, you would keep this here, and it just goes 8 seconds. And to slow the rate of fire, you just put delay on the repeaters. So this is by far the most enjoyable. So we turn ourselves on. Okay, let's turn this off here before I get killed. Yeah, so that's the practical uses of. Oh, no, creative, no! Rain off! Okay, yeah, so, that's the practical uses of a pulsar. And, yeah, so, now we're going to go into, that's basically, I'm not going to say it, but that is the basics of it. And also you can, create a sort of a redstone clock. And what a clock does is it sort of makes cycles for every current burst. So let's say I want to do this, and what a clock is just like this. And let's say I want to attach this to a piston. So once we turn this on, provide delay on this, so I don't mess up. And it stays on, but wait, no, yeah. So I want to do this now. Yeah, and yeah, that basically what that does is just makes a cycle of redstone wire. So yeah, and the only way to destroy it is using that. So yeah, that's basically it. And there are more complicated stuff, but I'm not gonna go into that. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into that right now. So yeah,